And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Dollar General 375 version 2 as we prepare for the second division of the Mobil1 Cup Series seats and 3 to take you to Atlanta Motor Speedway for 33 laps of exciting racing. If you're just joining us here, we are Atlanta Motor Speedway, a high-banked, D-shaped racetrack with high speeds and lots of room to race. And this, my friends, is the last opportunity for a driver to use a points race to get into the All-Star race for the Mobil1 Cup Series this season. They'll have other opportunities during the All-Star race weekend, but this is the last points event chance they will have to be able to get themselves into the All-Star race. Yesterday, it was Tim Walsh getting the Division 1 win and clinching himself a spot in the All-Star race. Also, speaking of that, we got some first-time winner streak going on again. Remember back at Pocono, we had a huge streak that went to 7 drivers. Timmy Pacioli then broke that up with his win here at Atlanta in the Division 1 Truck Series race. But then Corey Williams picked it back up. He won the Division 2 Truck Series race. Tim Walsh picked up his first career Mobil1 Cup Series race yesterday. And so now we're up to 2 first-time winners again. The streak trying to grow once more as we have a chance for another driver to do the same thing here today and extend the streak to 3. Carter Keselowski finds himself on the pole for this race. Alongside him, Cole Daly. Dylan Poteet in his new number 38 ride is going to be in 3rd alongside of Anthony McCurry. We'll be keeping our eyes on 2 drivers. Our current points leader for 1, Arnold Columbia, lined up there in the 7th position. Good starting spot for him. And then we're also going to be keeping an eye on our winner last week, who was oh, my memory's failing me right now. Just a minute. I'll wait till they roll by and I'll probably come up with it. I can't right off the top of my head remember who ended up picking up the win last week at Pocono in this division, but nonetheless, I'm pretty sure I'll figure it out when they roll by here. And it was... I don't remember. I'll remember when we come back. But here's the starting lineup brought to you by Zolo's Italian Restaurant. Yesterday's Mobil1 Cup Series race, it was a driver under the, before we even took the green flag, having troubles, and it was Jordan Hester. Well, the same can be said now for our pole sitter, Carter Keselowski. He's coming down pit road as the 54, so that moves the pole sitter up to being Dylan Poteet in the 38, and the green flag is out. And we are underway here in the Dollar General 375, but our pole sitter, Carter Keselowski, has problems. Here's Castle, John Castle, taking over the number 97 ride for the rest of the season, replacing both Danny McPherson and Jacob Remier, as he's going to go to the front right like that. Looks like he may lead the first lap, and here comes our points leader, Arnold Columbia, just like that. I'll tell you what, these guys moving up through the field awfully quickly here, and in his first career start, leading his first career lap, and the first lap of the Atlanta race is John Castle. Matthew Rodriguez, he's gotten himself into the All-Star race via a win earlier on this season. Oh, there's a wreck in the back. Joseph Bryant's involved. John Worry looked like he may have gotten a piece of it. Jake Rogers was in it. And the caution is out for the first time today with Jacob Lawler. Looks like he's going to lead the way. Pichu London right there in 2nd. Joey Dawson in 3rd. And down to the stripe, it's going to be Jacob Lawler by mere inches. As the caution is out. Oh, there's Jake Rogers. Boy, I'll tell you what, he made his return back at Infineon into the Mobil1 Cup Series, and it has just been not a good season since then for the 94. Jake Cole, he's involved. Oh, man, he's been one of our most consistent drivers after not even picking up a win yet this season, but he's involved. Joseph Bryant, who's doing pretty well in the standings, he's involved. Tony Speed and his new number 43 paint scheme, he may have been involved here. Hiroshi Kato may have gotten some of it. Oh, Dylan Young. Heavy-duty damage to that Shell Chevrolet. Callum Wales, he may have gotten some of it. Don't know for certain. Zach Carlson's on pit road along with Ken Johnson, Sean Galligan, and John Worry. Alex Filter is also on the pit road. And some contact between Cole Daly and Jake Rogers there on pit road as well. We're trying to look to see who else was damaged. Barney Ward may have been damaged. And there's Carter Keselowski. He returned to the racetrack, but I believe he did fall one lap down to the leaders. There also is some front-end damage to the Ryan Juke machine. Let's see what we're under the caution flag for the first time today here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Current leader is Jacob Lawler. Now here it is. They went 4 wide. Jake Rogers, Joseph Bryant, John Worry, and Ken Johnson. They just start bouncing off each other coming off here into turn 2, and Jake Rogers gets clipped by Joseph Bryant. Up the racetrack they go, and they just all start piling in. Dylan Young absolutely nowhere to go. He gets a piece of it. Looked like Bill Raymond may have gotten some of it there on that low line. Jake Rogers involved as well. Jake Cole is involved, and there you go, Jake Rogers up the racetrack. He's going to come down, bounce into Hiroshi Kato. Tony Speed's going to get some damage from that as well. Here comes Zach Carlson into the picture. He gets a piece of it right there. Well, maybe not. I think he may have gotten through it. Oh, he got hit in the back by Amy Nathan. Ryan Juke was in it. Kylan Wales got some damage from it. And then also there were some other drivers back further here. There's Jake Cole. He's going to get more contact right there. That was with the Jake Rogers machine. Hiroshi Kato and the Skittles Chevrolet involved. Tony Speed also getting a piece of it. And John Worry, after a real good finish last week at Pocono, not a good finish for him. He's involved in this here in the first caution of the day. Dylan Young involved. I think something may have happened further up here though too. We're just going to look here. Just see. I thought I heard someone else spinning down here on the front straightaway area. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Here we go. Oh, was that Cole Daly maybe? Let's rewind it just a little bit here and see what... Yes, it was, I think. Oh, they went 4 wide coming off turn 4 as well. Wolfgang Mason, Smet Ozcon, or not Smet Ozcon, Barney Ward rather. And Cole Daly, along with John Castle. And up the racetrack goes Wolfgang Mason into Cole Daly. Anthony McCurry gets a piece of it there as well as he jacks up the 36. And so there were 2 incidents. Oh, and then it looks like Alex Filter gets clipped by Wolfgang Mason. And that sends him up into the outside retaining wall. So there were maybe, out of these 2 wrecks, maybe about 20 cars involved that's received damage in one way or another. So, wow. So we're under the caution flag nonetheless. Let's go back to green flag racing. We'll try and tally up just exactly all the victims and whether they retired from the race or been able to get their damage repaired or not. We will return to green flag racing on lap 7 of 33. Here's what we got. Out of the race are the drivers of Bill Raymond, Dylan Young, and Jake Rogers. That's it for drivers out as a result of all this that happened. 1 lap down in the 38th position is our pole sitter, Carter Keselowski. But everybody else made repairs to their race cars, returned to the racetrack, which rather surprised me. But I guess these cars are pretty durable. Here's the way they line up as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. Cars are on the back straightaway, so we can maybe go through the whole field. We'll see if we can. Jacob Lawler is the leader after pit stops. Pichu London is second. Wolfgang Vettel is up to third. Fourth is Matthew Rodriguez, and Dunn LaPrade runs in fifth. Sixth place is Alan Tanker, my apologies. Dylan Poteet is in 17th. Kenny McCurry is 18th. Our points leader, Arnold Columbia, he's in 9th. And in 10th is John Castle. Richard Johnson's up in 11th. 12th is Aaron Williams. 13th is Christian James. 14th is Danny Wells. 15th is Ralph Mason. 16th is David Burton. Jake Baskinger is in 17th. Red Bill 18th. 19th is our winner last week at Pocono, Alex Tanker. Adam Rose completes the top 20. We'll get ready to go back to green flag race on lap 7 of 33. Jacob Lawler going to lead them down. The green flag is out. Now, Jacob Lawler, to my knowledge, is in the All-Star race. He ended up winning a race after the All-Star race last season, so he has himself into the All-Star race regardless of his finish today. As Carter Keselowski just put himself back on the lead lap, but not for long. Wolfgang Vettel to the inside. He's replacing Joey Dawson this season, and he'll take the top spot. Right behind him, Matthew Rodriguez and Don LaPrade, who came away with a very good finish at Pocono last week. He's up here in the top 5 again this week in the 49, but here comes Matthew Rodriguez to the inside. He'll take the top spot. Rodriguez looking for his second win of the season after picking up the win. I believe it was at Phoenix last week. Whoa! Arnold Columbia and Dylan Poteet almost making contact there off that turn, and Poteet's going to use it to his advantage. He comes to the inside line, and he's going for the lead. Dylan Poteet, of course, drove the 14 car for the beginning of this season, and now has moved over to the number 38. Hoping maybe it'll bring him a bit more luck, and the caution is out. Matthew Rodriguez did get the lead at the line. Poteet second, Wolfgang Vettel third, Arnold Columbia is fourth. And the caution's out. Whoa, Carter Keselowski's involved, Ralph Mason, Kenny McCurry. Heavy damage to that ride. Kenny McCurry ended up having a win. It was either at I think it may have been at Las Vegas this year. But Carter Keselowski's involved, Wolfgang Vettel. The double mint dodge of Zach Carlson may have been involved. Oh, and John Worry, he was able to continue, but he's involved in yet another incident, is the IHOP Dodge. Someone else is smoking further up there, too. I can't tell which ride it is, though. I almost think it's the Hiroshi Kato machine, and I think that's indeed who it is. 50 car of Hiroshi Kato. Yes, Kato is smoking, and his day is done. So, pit stops are going on. Let's see what we're under the caution flag for. Looks like this is coming off at turn 4. I think Alan Tanker is going to get some contact with our pole sitter. Carter Keselowski sends him down into Kenny McCurry. Danny Wells gets bounced off as well, but Wells is able to keep his car together and continue on. And then the cars, they're going to slide up the racetrack, and there's nowhere for Ralph Mason to go. He gets a piece of it right there. Everybody trying to navigate their way down to the low side of the racetrack to miss this. Galligan, Speed, Wales, they get through it. Oh, Hiroshi Kato just gets some damage right there. Could not get by the Monster Energy Chevrolet. Then here comes Joseph Bryant. I think he gets through. There's John Worry. Oh, he gets some contact with, I think that was Kenny McCurry. And that's the drivers that were involved in this, but some big names taken out in yet another wreck here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Let's go back to Green Flag Racing. So, prepare to go back to Green Flag Racing on lap 13 of 33. Drivers out after all that occurred. John Worry is out. Also, Hiroshi Kato, Kenny McCurry. They joined Bill Raymond, Dylan Young, and Jake Rogers back in the garage area. Looks like Carter Keselowski was still able to continue, and Zach Carlson got caught one lap down as well. So, Carlson and Keselowski will be on the inside line for this restart. Tony Speed is now out in front after these pit stops. He's the leader. Cole Daly with some damage to that race car. He's up here in the second position. Wolfgang Vettel is third, Dylan Poteet fourth, and fifth place is Don LaPrade. Arnold Columbia is in sixth. Seventh is Matthew Rodriguez. His team did not get him out of pit road very well that run. Jacob Lawler is up to eighth. Ninth is Christian James, and in 10th is Alan Tanker. Then you got Aaron Williams 11th, 12th is Barney Ward, 13th is Timmy Pacioli, 14th is Richard Johnson, 15th is Sean Gallagher, and the rest of the top 20 is Amy Nathan, Ryan Juke, Adam Rose, Callum Wales, and Alex Tanker completes the rest of the fields. Or, not the rest of the field, but the rest of the top 20. So Tony Speed will get us ready to go back under the green flag in that new, I believe that's Window World on his car here today, sponsoring the 43. And the green flag is displayed once again here on lap 13 of 33. Tony Speed has been pretty close to getting a Mobil1 Cup Series victory, and I guess this is the closest he's gotten now as he is out in front and he's driving away. Wolfgang Vettel drives by Cole Daly, that's for second. Dylan Poteet will now take third. Don LaPrade into fourth, and Columbia into fifth as the slower car of Cole Daly, that damaged race car, not going to be really a contender for the win. Now Zach Carlson's the one they all go to work on. He's one lap down, and now, just like that, Tony Speed was by himself. Now he's got a whole host of company in the form of Wolfgang Vettel, Don LaPrade, Dylan Poteet, Columbia, Rodriguez, as it's going to be Wolfgang Vettel to the inside and taking the top spot. Remember we talked about the streak at the beginning of the program? Well, it's an opportunity here for several drivers to do just that. Few drivers that are former winners this season coming to the inside line. Columbia won 2 weeks ago at Talladega, Matthew Rodriguez won earlier this season. I believe it was at Phoenix. As it will be Columbia taking the top spot. He's looking for his second win in 3 starts. Columbia did not have a good weekend last week at Pocono. But he is nonetheless going to be in the All-Star race due to his victory at Talladega Superspeedway. Matthew Rodriguez is in second. Zach Carlson is actually 1 lap down, so third place actually is Jacob Lawler there. Oh, and I saw Wolfgang Vettel just get turned. He saved it. Aaron Williams was involved along with Alan Tanker, but they saved it. But who was involved? I'm still hearing wrecking back here. Oh! Last week's winner, Alex Tanker's involved. Pichu London is flipping and barrel rolling. David Burton is in it. Sean Galligan is in it. Cole Daly was involved. I think Carter Keselowski was in it. Dunn LaPrade. Alex Filter, Anthony McCurry, Jake Cole, Christian Janes, Alex Tanker, Timmy Pacioli. Pit stops now being made. Joseph Bryant was in it as well. That's David Burton's machine, what's left of it. Ralph Mason was in it. Ken Johnson and Wolfgang Mason all involved. Also Red Bell. Whoa! Amy Nate and Callum Wales nailing each other there on pit road. Maybe some tempers flaring there. Boy, things just opening up in a hurry here. Let's take a look and see what happened. Here's the original reason the caution came out. Right there, Wolfgang Mason gets a tap from Joseph Bryant, slides him down into Jake Cole. Jake Cole slides up the racetrack, and so too does Joseph Bryant. Bryant gets some heavy damage with the rear end of that car. Look at that car almost got airborne on him. Ken Johnson, man, did he just make a miss there. And then, oh, Joseph Bryant slides up the racetrack, and Anthony McCurry, nowhere for him to go. Alex Filter also involved as he nails both Joseph Bryant and Anthony McCurry. That was the original reason the caution came out, but then something happened up on the front straightaway, which brought about even more catastrophe here on lap 15. Okay, watch right side of your screen. The 46 of Wolfgang Vettel and the 49 of Dunn LaPrade. They get together coming off turn 4. Just clipped the 5-hour Energy Chevrolet of Toyota of Christian Janes. Spins him around. Look at Tony Speed get held up behind this. There you see the Wolfgang Vettel machine. Oh, Aaron Williams gets a piece of Christian Janes there. Slides up into Alan Tanker. But Christian Janes, Dunn LaPrade, they're both sitting there. And let's go to the helicopter view. Oh, Timmy Pacioli gets a piece of it. Richard Johnson was also involved. Look at Dunn LaPrade's car go flipping. David Burton up ahead there. He's involved. John Castle, I think, got through. Alex Tanker made contact with someone further back there. Dunn LaPrade still flipping, still barrel rolling. And it's not over yet. Here comes Red Bell. Here comes Ralph Mason. They're going to get a piece of it somewhere here. Not exactly sure where. Oh, there you go. Ralph Mason gets into Alex Tanker. Pichu London nails Sean Galligan. And then David Burton's into him and flips the Extends Toyota up and over a few times. He barrel rolled 2 to 3 times there, did London. But Dunn LaPrade, he went flying down the front straightaway. And there's what's left of Galligan's machine. There's Ken Johnson. He got through it, I think. But at last week's winner, Alex Tanker did not. And Pichu London actually ended up on his... Well, we don't really find out. He goes to pit road anyway. Dunn LaPrade, though, was involved as well. And that's a lot of drivers involved here on lap 15. Let's take another camera angle of Dunn LaPrade as he literally just flew down the front straightaway. Okay, we got a new camera angle here on the 49. Watch the ride he takes down the front straightaway here. He's going to get nailed by Timmy Pacioli right there. Oh my gosh, if I'm not mistaken, I think that car literally, and not figuratively, literally flew over Christian Janes' machine. Let's go back to a slow-mo of that. Okay, watch carefully. When the 49 gets hit, watch and see if he does indeed go up over the 66. There's the hit, and yes, it did. I don't even think it touched the 66. Did a little hang time over the 5-hour Energy Toyota of Christian Janes. And then Cole Daly runs right into him, and Cole Daly almost got flipped over as well. But oh my goodness, that 49 car literally played leapfrog over Christian Janes. Dunn LaPrade, after coming off his best career finish at Pocono last week, certainly took one wicked ride down this front straightaway. Oh, Pichu London, it looks like he may have hit somebody. It may have been Alex Tanker earlier. And his car, he's trying to put on the brakes, and he just couldn't stop, and he's into the back of Sean Galligan. He may have hit somebody, and it just kind of ripped the brakes out of that race car. So the caution is out nonetheless, and you would think that with the cars that are just littered all over the front straightaway. Let's go back to green flag racing now. We will prepare to go back under the green flag. The current leader is Matthew Rodriguez. Jake Cole is on the tail end of the lead lap in the 22nd position, so he'll start ahead of leader Matthew Rodriguez. Zach Carlson still is caught one lap down. He is now in the 31st position. Lots of drivers out after this wreck. Obviously, David Burton is out. Don LaPrade, Pichu London, Timmy Pacioli, Christian Jades, Cole Daly, Sean Galligan. Last week's winner, Alex Tanker, Ralph Mason, Anthony McCurry, Alex Filter, Carter Keselowski. They are all out of the race, and they join the likes of John Worry, Hiroshi Kato, Kenny McCurry, Bill Raymond, Dylan Young, and Jake Rogers, who retired earlier on today. So here's the way they line up for the restart. We'll get ready to go back to green flag racing on lap 20 of 33. Matthew Rodriguez leads, Jacob Lawler is second, Dylan Poteet third, Aaron Williams is fourth, and Richard Johnson fifth. Sixth is Arnold Columbia, seventh is Alan Tanker, eighth place is Jake Baskinger. We haven't heard of him much today. Ninth place now is Ryan Juke, and Adam Rose completes top 10. Barney Ward is in 11th, 12th is Tony Speed, John Castle runs in 13th, 14th is Red Bell, 15th is Wolfgang Mason, then you got Danny Wells in 16th, 17th is Ken Johnson, 18th is Callum Wales, 19th is Wolfgang Vettel, Amy Nate in 20th, and Joseph Bryant is 21st. So Jake Cole is 22nd on the tail end of the lead lap. Green flag is out, and Jake Cole actually did get away from leader Matthew Rodriguez. Rather bizarre there, but he did indeed have that happen. He's got to hope for a caution now. And Matthew Rodriguez, he may get held up behind Jake Cole here. He does indeed. Jake Cole did not help Matthew Rodriguez's efforts right there. He'll now slide to the inside, and they'll go 3 wide to bypass the now lapped car of Jake Cole. But Jacob Lawler now moves into the top spot. Dylan Poteet moves to second, as now Zach Carlson is the car having to be dealt with. And Jacob Lawler will go to the inside of him and put him back behind him, as Zach Carlson is 1 lap down in the 82. Dylan Poteet now to second. Arnold Columbia is up here into third place. Columbia, very likely he could leave with the points lead with this good run he's having here in the 53. He'll now look all over the back bumper of the Great Clips Chevrolet of Dylan Poteet. Comes Richard Johnson into the picture. Johnson had a great run in his Oreo Truck Series race here. Finished second place, if memory serves me correctly, right behind Corey Williams, who picked up his first Truck Series victory. Now Richard Johnson running up here in the second position in the Mobil1 Cup Series. Tell you what, I guess Atlanta is a place that Richard Johnson really likes, but now he's gotten moved into the middle groove. Adam Rose going to move down to second place. Tony Speed will move into third. Matthew Rodriguez, who had his troubles there with Jake Cole, he's now moved his way by. Now he's battling back up here, back inside the top 5, now currently in the 4th position. Few drivers we haven't talked about today that are running inside the top 10 now. 10th place, Danny Wells. Whoa, there they go! Jake Baskinger was in that one. Richard Johnson's in it, and Arnold Columbia is involved. Our points leader. Doesn't look like much damage to the Haynes Dodge, but nonetheless, he was involved in an incident there along with Jake Baskinger, and the caution is out. We were just talking about Danny Wells. He now is up in the 6th position. Barney Ward is now in 8th, right behind Tony Speed there in 7th, and the leader under caution is Jacob Lawler. Let's see what happened on the back straightaway involving our points leader, Arnold Columbia. And we just received word that Ken Johnson's just taken his race car back to the garage area after his engine just gave up the ghost in the middles of turns 3 and 4. There you go. Arnold Columbia gets into Richard Johnson coming off of turn 2. Jake Baskinger's just an instant bystander. Nothing he could do about that. And Columbia, man, he nails that inside wall pretty hard with the right side of his race car. Richard Johnson just basically taps the outside retaining wall with the left rear. It was the right front that tapped the outside or the inside retaining wall for the Siemens Ford Mustang of Jake Baskinger. But we're under the caution flag nonetheless. All 3 of these drivers are running inside the top 10 at the moment that wreck occurred. And I just found out that there is no caution that waved for that. I thought the caution would have come out, but it didn't. So that Arnold Columbia, Richard Johnson, Jake Baskinger incident did not put us under the yellow flag. So we are still green flag racing here on lap 24 of 33. That was rather bizarre, but nonetheless, that's the case as Jacob Lawler leads the way. Dylan Poteet is now into second, and Adam Rose is in third. Well, not for long. Danny Wells is going to take that spot. He'll go to third. Fourth place now is going to be Tony Speed. Look out. Whoa, that slower car of Joseph Bryant holding everybody up. Whoa, whoa, look out. Man, Danny Wells, Tony Speed almost getting together. Danny Wells recovers, goes back to the inside. Actually, I think he may be thinking about coming down pit road here. No, I guess not. He went down on the apron. That kind of slowed him down, though. Here comes Tony Speed. This is a battle for position number 4. Going on behind Jacob Lawler and Dylan Poteet. Whoa, contact there between Adam Rose and Tony Speed off that turn. They keep it together. While these guys are running, let's go through the field. Show you who's running where. Jacob Lawler is the current leader. Second is Dylan Poteet now. Third place is Tony Speed. Fourth is Adam Rose. Fifth now is John Castle. Sixth place is going to be Danny Wells. Seventh is Barney Ward. Eighth is Amy Nathan. Ninth, Ryan Juke. And up into 10th now is Matthew Rodriguez. 11th is Alan Tanker. 12th is Wolfgang Vettel. 13th is Red Bell. 14th, Callum Wales. 15th is Aaron Williams. 16th place actually is under fire here as Jake Baskinger and Arnold Columbia, who got involved in that early incident, they battle there for 16th and 17th. 18th place is Wolfgang Mason. Joseph Bryant, he's actually one lap down now in 20th. 21st, one lap down is Jake Cole, and there you got Richard Johnson. He actually was just on pit road, and he's now one lap down in the 22nd position. Zach Carlson's out in front, however, he is not on the lead lap. Actually, now I think he is. I think he just put himself onto the lead lap, did the 82 car, and that is indeed the case. He's on the tail end of the lead lap now, is Zach Carlson. If a caution came out, he could get back on the tail end of the lead lap here, but we are still clean and green. Zach Carlson is actually running in the 19th position, one lap down. Jacob Lawler now is still the leader. Barney Ward is now into second with Amy Nathan third, and the caution is indeed out now, I think. I think it is. Let's see. Yes, caution's out. Zach Carlson, if he could keep ahead of Jacob Lawler, nope, he's not going to be able to. He could have stayed on the lead lap there, but looks like Jacob Lawler's going to lead us under the caution flag. We got a total of 4 laps to go. This race may be over. Don't know for certain. Barney Ward second, Amy Nathan third, Matthew Rodriguez fourth, and Tony Speed is fifth. Let's see what we're under the caution flag for. Looks like the incident occurred through turn 2. And it involved rookie John Castle. We were just talking about him running inside the top 10. I think, yeah, he ran out of fuel. Everybody was just trying to get by him, and Ryan Juke sideswipes him. Wolfgang Vettel gets into him. Here comes Alan Tanker. He's going to just run right into the back of the number 97, and I think someone else also gets involved in this. It may have been Aaron Williams. Let's take a look here. Oh, tempers flaring there. Oh, Red Bell just rams into the back of Alan Tanker there. Nowhere for her to go. We'll see here if everybody else gets through this okay. But John Castle is the reason we're under the caution flag. Alan Tanker involved as well, along with the 79 of Red Bell. There's Alan Tanker's disabled race car. Here comes Aaron Williams into the picture. Oh, yeah, he gets contact. Oh, good Lord. Oh, my word. Did you see the 73 flip up the racetrack? And now comes barrel rolling down. Does the Pepsi next Chevrolet of Aaron Williams. Oh, my word. He swiped Alan Tanker and then nailed Red Bell and flipped up the racetrack. Let's look at another camera angle in real time. Watch the impact right there for Aaron Williams. Oh, man. Oh, and then he flips and barrel rolls down the racetrack. That barrel rolling almost reminded me of Michael McDowell when he was qualifying in Atlanta. Let's see if we're going to finish this race under green or not, but Aaron Williams, Alan Tanker, Red Bell, and John Castle all find problems here in the closing stages of the Dollar General 375 version 2. Now the white flag has just been displayed for the Jacob Lawler machine, which means this race will be over and Jacob Lawler will pick up his second career Mobil 1 Cup Series victory and his first of Season 2 in the 39 car. Barney Ward's going to come away with second. Amy Naton's going to get credited for third place. As we'll look through here, see who else is going to finish where. Zach Carlson's going to come away with a 15th place finish, even though he finishes one lap down. So talk about a kind of a good-bad situation. Obviously, he would have liked to have finished on the lead lap, but I'm sure he'll be glad to come away with a top 15 finish. Matthew Rodriguez, been up front all day. He's going to come away with 4th place. Tony Speed is going to get credited for 5th. Dylan Poteet's been up front all day. He'll get a nice 6th place finish. 7th is going to be Adam Rose. Danny Wells comes away with 8th. 9th place is going to be Ryan Juke and Wolfgang Vettel. After taking over that number 46 ride, doing a great job there. Gets a nice top 10 finish for that team. Callum Wales, probably the best finish he's had in the Mobil 1 Cup Series. He's going to finish in 11th. 12th is going to be John Castle. 13th place is going to be Arnold Columbia. 14th. Or actually, no, John Castle's one lap down. My apologies. Columbia 12th, 13th Baskinger, 14th Wolfgang Mason, and in 15th place is going to be, of course, Zach Carlson, one lap down. Here they come. The checker flag is out, and Jacob Lawler wins the Dollar General 375 version 2. And that means that the streak of first-time winners ended at 2 with Corey Williams in Trucks Division 2, and yesterday Tim Walsh in the Mobil 1 Cup Series Division 1. So the streak did not last as long as it did at Pocono, but Jacob Lawler is pretty glad that it didn't, because that means he's won this race. Jacob Lawler was already entered into the All-Star race this season, but he's going to come in as a 2-time winner now this season in the Mobil 1 Cup Series All-Star race. Well, congrats to Jacob Lawler on his win, his second overall in the Mobil 1 Cup Series, and his first of Season 2, as he takes home the win here at Atlanta Motor Speedway in the Dollar General 375. Hope you enjoyed today's race. Please rate, comment, subscribe, check us out on Twitter, and whatever else you want to do. If you were in this race, your standings are coming up here at the end of this race, and if you were in both of these, either Division 1 or Division 2, the point standings is coming up for the Mobil 1 Cup Series, heading into next week's race, which is going to be a non-points event, the All-Star race, and then we'll be getting back to the regular point circuit after that. So, if you are in the All-Star race, your name is highlighted in yellow in the point standings. Good luck to you all if you're in the All-Star race or in the All-Star Open. Hope you enjoyed this race. Tune in, as we have not finished at Atlanta. We got the 3 Stickers Cup Series divisions coming up, and they'll be coming your way very soon. You've been watching the NNSCRA Sports Channel, offline racing at its best.